Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Ro. Okay, let's talk about gift ideas for Mother's Day. I was recently gifted the PYD Life sublimation oven as an early gift for my birthday. So I basically annoyed the heck out of my husband, and he agreed to just buy it for me for me to stop bugging him. That's really what happened. But for the sake of this video, we are going to say that he gifted it to me as an early birthday present because he loves and adores me, and he's such a good husband. Though he really is a good husband, but that's neither here nor there at the time of this recording. Anywho, but let's talk about a gift idea for Mother's Day. Now, my stepmom, other mother, is getting ready to go back to Switzerland, and she will be leaving. Now, at the time of this recording, this is March 20th, so it's very early, but by the time you see this recording, it'll be sometime in April. So, but by the time she leaves, it won't be it'll be too early for Mother's Day. Anyhow, but I wanted to record this because she wanted me to make a tumbler for her with a picture that I took of my two daughters at the beginning of the school year. So I went ahead and I grabbed the tumbler that she wanted me to make, and I'm just going to do it in the oven. Now, I will say this is my first time using the oven. I have not done anything except for little mugs on my Cricut mug press, and that has been it. So you are going to experience this right along with me. I'm not doing a review or anything of that. I'm just going to fumble my way through this right along with you, and if I mess it up, you are going to see me just as well as anything else along this video. Now, these clamps you guys would have seen when I hauled this on my Amazon haul. So it's supposed to help me align this to my tumbler. So this tumbler did come, it was an 8 set of tumblers that came with my oven. So we can, if you guys want, I can make a separate video of everything that came with my oven. But for now, we're just going to talk about the tumbler and then everything else. And I will flip you guys around so that you guys can see when I move over to the oven. I have a stand that the oven is on, and we can talk about all the stuff later on that how I've set the oven up with my stand and yada yada yada, all the good stuff. Okay, so let's get this started. So in the box, it just says that it's stainless steel. It keeps it cut hot and cold, and it comes with a metal straw, and this is the 20-ounce oven, and that's basically how it comes. And then we're gonna just take it out. So it's your standard cup. All right, so just put the box to the side, and then I am just going to take it out and set it right here. Let me zoom you guys back out a little bit, and let's see. So I want to grab a cloth really quickly, just wipe it down. I'm just gonna take the lid off, and I've got my tape right here, and I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys over so that you guys can see how I'm going to turn the oven on. I'm gonna just show you the oven and do all the good stuff, and then we'll go ahead and set the mug up. So here's the straw. It's just the metal straw. If you guys have used the metal straws, you know how they work, and it's actually pretty light. And then the lid, it's just a slick top lid with the silicone sides. Nothing fancy, that is it to that. So let me go ahead, stop the video for a second, grab the iPad and flip you guys around so you guys can see that. All right, so I hope the audio is okay. I'm just using the iPad. I have it flipped around, and there's the beautiful machine. I think the two options are this blue and white. I'm not sure. This stand that I have here, if you've seen my previous video, I had some totes, plastic totes from Michael, where my vinyl used to be on here. It's in my organizational craft room tour video, but I went ahead and bought this stand from Michael's and just set it up and put it right here instead. And then, so here's the machine right now. It's plugged up and not turned on. So I got the blue one, and then I just had everything set up right here. So let me move you down. So that's how everything is. And so these are the 8 mugs tumblers that came with it. I just got this, what is this called? Organizer thing from Dollar Tree. So what I'm housing in it right now is the sublimation shrink wrap that's in there. This glove came in there. The orange glove came in with the kit as well. That's the heat gun that came in. These are the cups that I got from Hobby Lobby on clearance. I still haven't figured out what else I'm gonna put on here, but so far that's how I have it organized. That's a container that has the plugs that's coming through to my craft table, and then everything else is empty for now. That's also my sublimation heat gloves right there. So anyway, that's what that stand is right now. Let me set you back up. I'm actually using the box that the tumbler, the 20-ounce tumbler is in, so that you guys can be able to see what I'm going to be doing. So I'm resetting you guys up. So sorry for the wiggle. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the, see what happens when I reset. I should have just left it where it was. Okay. Sorry for all the jumble around. Okay, so I'm looking at the sublimation book, and I think the set that I need to have it, because in the book it tells you everything you need to know about what you're working with, and it also has whether you're going to do it with the shrink wrap. Since I'm working with the skinny tumbler, I need to have it set on 6 minutes for 356 degrees Fahrenheit. And so you have all your other equipment, your product and stuff like that for temperature, time and temp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the machine, and we are going to, let me open it up so that you guys can see. I'm gonna bring you back over here as well so that you guys can get a closer view of the machine. So that's what it looks like. If you want me to move it, I can actually, let me just move you over. You're going to be jostled. I'm sorry about that. I could have done it on my phone and that would have been a little bit easier, but it's okay. So this is what the machine looks up close. It has this grill, so it comes out completely. So if you want to do your tumblers standing up, which I'll probably just take mine out so that I can stand my tumbler in there. But what it does is you just slide it in there, and then your tumblers can be standing up. And then this has an upper temperature gauge and then your lower temperature, so that what you want to do is make sure that both temperatures are exactly the same. And then your time and your pause and your play button, basically how you turn it on and off. That's basically all it is to it. So I'm just gonna push it on, and there we have it. And then let me see, I said I needed it to be at 356 degrees. So we're gonna do 355 for the lower and for the upper, and then set that one. I think that's done, and then and then 356 for this one. And then that's done. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set this down so that, well, maybe I can still. Okay, and then the temp, we just need 6 minutes, and that beeping is very, very loud. And then you heard it come on. So now it's just gonna heat up, get the temperature, and it will let me know whenever it's ready to do its thing. So there's the light, and there it is. Now I'm gonna pop my window open because it's gonna get hot in here. I believe it is. So I'm gonna pop that window open, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and let me remove this made in China piece, because I don't know if that's gonna melt in there, and I don't wanna take the risk. And so here's our design. Just has my girls on there, and then their names and the year that this picture was taken. So I'm just gonna move this over here really quickly. And then I'm gonna lay this down. Now I have not sublimated something like this. Like I said, I have only done the smaller ones, like the ones from Cricut. So this is going to be a brand new experience for me. So let's see. You guys are going to experience just as much as me on this. Now I think what I need to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the pieces that I don't need because this is too much paper. Yep, it's too much paper. So let me grab my paper trimmer. I'm gonna trim just right here to be on the safe side. And might have trimmed off too much. Yep, I sure did. You see what I did? My first time, and I trimmed off too much. So it wouldn't even look good because see, that is entirely too much. So I guess it's okay. I'll reprint this and we'll start over. It's not a big deal to me. And then actually, what we would do after that is I would bring it down some. I'll probably need to bring the image down some. I could trim the bottom because her head is a little too high. All right, so let me reprint this. Okay, so I recut it, or I should say I reprint it. So let's measure this again. So what I'm gonna do this time is I am going to measure it, and then we are going to just take a pair of scissors. Excuse me. And you see, it's a lot of white on this side. What I'm gonna do is I am going to wrap this right here. I'm trying to think, and I'm gonna cut that right there for now. And let's see how that does. Now that overlaps a little bit, so I'm gonna cut just a hair. Do I really? I think just that hair. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, that looks good. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so now, do you guys think this will work? Because I have no idea how this thing works, but let's figure it out. So I think you're supposed to get it where you want it, and then you pinch it. But now that I'm pinching it, it is really tight, and I've got like excess line. But I don't want to cut any more, you know? Because I can definitely cut. Now, the only reason this is happening is because it's not a full wrap design, and that's the only reason that this is happening to me. This won't be an issue if, and this is like a custom design that I just made up because my mom wanted a specific thing. So when you do yours, your best bet would be to specifically download an image that's already pre-made, and the design is specifically fitted for a 20 ounce. Now I did use some a template, but I'm still having this issue. So don't do like me and complicate your life on your first design for a Mother's Day design. I'm being very, I didn't want to tell her no, because who's gonna tell their mom no, right? Come on now, you tell mom no and see if you make it to your next existence. You feel what I mean? Not if you want to breathe. You're not gonna take your next breath very nicely, very well, and I'm not taking that chance. You know, I'm a Gen X kid, so that's not about to happen. Okay, so we're gonna put this piece of tape. Oh, it's not right there. No. Okay. Now I want to turn my press back on because I did take up quite a bit of a break. Oh. And it cut off. Now it does heat up very quickly. And then, let's see how we're gonna do this. I think I'm supposed to squeeze this on here. I'm not quite sure how this pincher thing works. If anybody knows how it works, but we're testing it out today to see if it's worth it. does kind of bring the image together when I first did it, that's for sure. But now, there. Oh, there we go. I think I figured it out. Sort of, but do you have to keep holding that and then holding the paper at the same time? I kind of messed up the paper right there. I'm just gonna grab a really long piece and we're gonna put it around the top and the lip. I'm gonna start right here on the seam and we're going to fold it. Hold on. This off now. And I'm pulling this that's just telling me that it's ready. I'm pulling the tape really tight to go all the way around. And now I'm going to just fold it down and using my thumb to make sure that there's no bubbles. Now, I should have cut this more. That way there wouldn't have been any, actually. When I did it, I should have cut all this extra white. So this is a step that when you're doing it, make sure you avoid it. So that when you bending your tape, you already have yours done. So I'm doing more work than I should have. Okay. Now let's flip this over. And we're gonna grab another long piece. Start at the seam. And I'm gonna pull, and then this one wasn't quite as long. This one is super tight. And then fold down the paper with the tape. Okay. Really, really good. Okay. Now, I think this is the right size for shrink wrap. Let's see. All right, shrink wrap is in. I'm gonna switch my camera around and then we'll put it in there. And then start heating it up and start cooking. All right, so our oven is heated up to temp. I usually see people put these in there, shrink wrap it, you know, use their heat gun to do the shrink wrap, but I'm gonna do a test and I'm just gonna put it in there without doing that to see if it goes ahead and just does the shrinking on its own, because I honestly think that it should without me using the heat gun, because let's be for real, I'm lazy. You guys already know that. I want to work harder and not smarter. So we're gonna put this in there and then hit the start button and see what happens. Okay, so now once I hit the start button, what'll usually happen is that it'll, I'm gonna put mine in standing up. I should say it'll stand up. Yep, and the shrink wrap is already shrinking. And what'll happen, see it shrinking? Let me show you guys. See? It's shrinking. As the temperature will start to adjust before it starts cooking. Just you guys again. It won't start the timer right away. It'll adjust to the temperature and then it'll start the timer. And there it is in there. So since the oven was open, it'll wait until everything gets back to the 355 range and then it'll start during its cooking. And I'm sorry that I'm constantly moving, you guys, but that's the only way for you guys to get back into view. And see, it's pretty much shrunk in there. I'm gonna open it back up so you guys can see a little bit better. See, it's in there. It's on there really good. All right. So I'm gonna let this go ahead and do its thing and then I'll bring you guys back on camera. Okay guys, she's done. So let's go ahead and get her out and put on this heat mat. And let's see. All right, so I can see the design on the mug. So that's always a good sign. But I can see that maybe the 24 is a little too big, but whew, fingers crossed. I think it's going to be okay. So what I want to actually do is take off the shrink wrap while it's still hot. And then we're gonna, I don't even know how to put, oh, I got a hand. All right, so I'm gonna grab my tool and just poke off the shrink wrap. because I think they say it's a lot easier, but I may be wrong. It's just said that it doesn't fall apart as much when you take it off when it's hot, but I might be like, bump this. I'm just gonna leave it on there until. Now just be mindful, always use your gloves, your heat resistant gloves, because this thing is hot and hot and hot. Like, let me put my other one on, because I have a feeling, knowing me, that I am going to burn my fingers. I am just that lucky. Okay, let me grab this other pair of scissors. I'm just gonna try to be very careful that I don't scratch off anything else. And I can, oh my gosh, the image is coming through the shrink wrap so nice. That is always a good sign. So I hope it did well, because it is my first time using this, not just the machine, but doing a sublimation tumbler. You guys know I don't mind if I mess it up. And now it's so hot in my craft room. Okay, so what we're gonna do after this is just let it cool off. Although guys, I'm so impatient, I just wanna take it off. I just want to take it off. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're not going to take it off. But, okay. We're just going to let it cool off just for a few more minutes, and then we'll take it off, okay? So let's let it cool off. Okay, so I think we are cooled off a plenty. It is very cool. Okay, so let us cut into this. Let me just use some scissors right here. Let's see how we're going to get into this. And fingers crossed. Ooh, it didn't go over. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Look at my babies. Oh. So happy. Oh. Look at it. Oh. I have not been so happy and proud of a project, I don't think, in so long. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Guys, I am in tears. Oh my goodness. It is so beautiful. Like, it was so worth the harassing of the husband. Look at the girls. Oh my gosh. Now the way it comes up way up here, that's on me, because I could have brought this down some more. That's on me, the alignment. But even with that, it is complete and utter perfection. The colors, there's nothing left on this. Nothing. Oh my. I am just so dang on happy. Like, this is a Mother's Day gift, if I have ever seen one. This is a grandmother, a Mother's Day. Look at this. I'm so happy. Ooh, this is just... oh, the reprinting was so worth it. Guys, thank you. And again, I apologize for the jostling around, but wasn't she worth it? Okay, we're done. I'm done. So thank you for joining me on today's journey, on today's PYD Life. But if you guys want me to do a video of just welcoming that machine into the Craftacular family, let me know in the comments and I can show you everything that came in with this box. But let me go and show Mama this cup that I made for her for Mother's Day and in time for that. But happy Mother's Day. Happy anybody that has a mom, who's a stepmom, who's an everything mom. And even if you don't have children and you have pets, you have anything, happy aunts, happy cousins, anything. You guys enjoy your day. Take the day off, do your thing, you know, do everything that makes you happy. I take the day off and I go watch movies and I just stuff my face with popcorn, drink it up. I just disappear for the day. All right. But thank you for watching my video. You guys have a very good day. Bye.